All right, let's jump right into it. Either you're going to be defined by your past or you're going to be defined by your future. And it's really up to you. What is going to be your story? What is your story now? How do you feel about your life? What stories daily are you telling yourself? Why is this important that you ask yourself, what is my story? What am I telling myself? Because that, my friends, is your reality. That is your life. Whatever story you have lined up in your mind, lined up in the backpack of your life, whatever you have lined up in the backpack of your life, that is your story. And your story can define or redefine your life. So allow your story to redefine your life and not define. See, here's the deal. If you're telling a story of defeat, that's not a story you want to be defined by. That's not a story that you want to live by. That's not an outline that you want to see yourself in. As a matter of fact, you want to think so far away from that you'd never imagine how far you could go. So what am I saying? You want to be defined by a vision and a dream of your future. Because the only thing the past does is tell you what's not possible. The only thing the past does is explain to you and show you what's not possible. But here's what we know. There is no freaking end to possibilities. There's no end to future. There's no telling what God has in store for you in the future. But see, you wouldn't know that if you keep allowing yourself to be defined by your past. You wouldn't know that if you keep living and going back to the things that didn't work, remembering everything that's wrong about you and not remembering, oh my God, there are things that are great about me. There are things that I do well. There are things that I excel at. And your job now is to focus on what those things are. And guess what? If you don't know what they are, you can say, hey, Gerald, reach out to me. My name is so and so. Could you help me figure out what it is that I'm passionate about? And I get it. When you're unclear about what it is you want out of life, it's hard to get a direction on which way to go. And so the deal is you have an identity, and that identity is wrapped in your past. So what you need to do is allow yourself to wrap a new identity by saying, you know what? I'm going to tell a new story. I'm going to get a new identity by telling a new story, a story of victory and not defeat, a story of how you overcame, how you overcame any obstacles that came your way. Listen, I remember when I found out that my mother passed away a year ago. I really didn't know how I was going to overcome that obstacle, and I'm still going through that obstacle right now. I don't know if you're going through something right now where you're wondering if you could make it through. But I want to ask you a question. I want you to think of the worst thing that's ever happened just for a quick second and ask yourself, did you get out of that moment? And the answer is probably yes if you're listening to this message. If you're listening to this message, your hardest moments are behind you. You've already faced them. What tried to kill you didn't kill you. What tried to take you down couldn't take you down. Listen, no eye have seen nor ear have heard what God has in store for those that love and have love in their hearts. And I encourage you to don't allow yourself to be defined. Don't allow yourself to have an identity of your past. Don't get trapped up in what didn't work. Allow God to reveal to you, allow the universe to reveal to you what's possible. You have dreams and visions that the world needs, but it's up to you to allow yourself to rediscover, redesign, realign what that looks like. You deserve a new identity, an identity that serves you. The past doesn't serve you, the future does. But holding on to your past identity doesn't allow you to tap into what God has in store for you in the future. So I encourage you, let go of the identity that doesn't serve you. Let go of the ideas that don't serve you. Let go of the people that don't serve you. Let go of the things that don't serve you. 2025, we're only focusing on one thing. We're only focusing on one thing, and that is elevating ourselves to our highest potential. And we're only going to do that by recognizing that the identities of the past are not going to be the thing that takes us to the next level. We have to tap into a new side of us, a new identity, and a new way of living. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Talk to you soon.